Thank God it's Friday. You know how excited I am on Fridays. Maybe because we have the weekend and then we have to rest all through the weekend and feel refreshed for the new week. I do not know. Anyways, welcome to Trending, where we count down the top 5 trending stories making waves on the internet right now. As you know, I am Messi Irabo. And today's countdown, guys, it is packed with celebrity drama, relationship goals, emotional stories, and one viral moment that has everybody talking. Trust me, today's gist is premium. And without wasting time, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5, Corpers, we gather here. The Minister of Youth Development has hinted that the famous NYSC uniform may soon be getting a makeover, a touch of makeup. According to him, the current uniforms could be replaced with Adire fabrics produced in Ogun and Kwara State as part of efforts to promote locally made products. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to imagine the core members with the Adire. Okay, let's watch this one.
What was it? What was the name of this? That's why we're touching the economy. What's the name of Adire? If we have admin Ogun, we have in Kwara, we have textile industry. Let's put our money back into the country.
Yes, I was asking when are we expecting?
Well, Nigerians immediately started imagining what parade ground would look like in Adire. For people that do not know what Adire looks like, maybe we should see the picture of the Adire. Ah, God. Oh my God. Just look at this Adire. Just look at this. Look at how these people are looking like. And now just try to imagine them putting on this Adire that you have right here looking at you. Oh my God. Maybe some people might come out looking so nice, maybe. But one thing I'm happy about is that I am done with that phase of life. Yes, I am done with it. Away from that, guys, let us leave the coppers to keep debating about the change of uniform or not changing of uniform. Away from that, let's see what we have as our number 4 story for today. Coming in at number 4, relationship people, it's your turn. Your meeting is officially in session. Canada-based Nigerian doctor, Dr. Zoe, has gone viral after claiming that the number 1 thing men want in marriage isn't food. It is not intimacy, but it is respect. He even went further to compare African women with Indian and Pakistani women, arguing that respect remains the foundation of a successful marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from the horse's mouth.
Women don't I think African women in particular, especially the ones in the West here, they don't understand something. Let me tell you guys, the only thing a man is looking for in a relationship, in a marriage, is respect. I'm telling you, respect. And it's not intimacy. Trust me. I am telling you, that can be arranged. It's not even the food. It's not all the things you get. You have to respect your husband. I'm telling you, I'm just giving you a spoon. If you don't understand it now. But, with our work schedule, with abroad here, one of the DJs said, that, here now, it looks like they have 2 breadwinners now. It doesn't matter how many, even if you are the breadwinner. That's why the Indians and the Pakistanis, they do better than us. Go to IT in California. This is a woman that earns about $200,000 a year.
Before he even finished talking, social media had already split into different camps. Some people agreed completely, but we know the people that will agree completely now. We already know. Others said the comparison was unfair and based on stereotypes. At this point, if there's one thing Nigerians never get tired of discussing, it is relationship. Okay, now it's not the first time we're hearing this. This is not a new thing. They said men really do not appreciate the food or the intimacy. One thing they appreciate is respect. Ladies and gentlemen, or rather the women, let's give them more of respect and maybe less of the food and intimacy and all of these things going on. Well, that was on a lighter note. Let's learn to respect the men. They've told you they like respect. Men, especially one tribe, guys, I don't want to mention that tribe. You see, they call themselves the alpha male, the traditional men. They take that respect like food. You can decide not to cook for them. Just give them that respect and then you're good to go. So, but the same set of people, these men, the same people that are coming out to say men do not want food, men do not want this, they need respect. And then they would now marry a woman that has all the respect in the world, but she doesn't know how to cook. They will start coming out to say, how will a woman not know how to cook? You're supposed to know how to cook. So I feel like while we're still talking about respect, we should have a balance. Know how to cook, know how to be good in the other room, and then you should also have respect for your partner. Away from that story, guys, let's see what we have as our number 3 story for today. And this story has left many people emotional. A lady has taken to social media to seek help in locating her friend's brother, who she says was arrested by police in Port Harcourt in July 2016, and this is 2026. According to her, 10 years have now passed, and the family says they haven't seen or heard from him since then. This is quite sad, emotional, and heartbreaking, but let's watch it.
Friend's brother, and for the past 10 years, they've been looking for this guy. Yes, he was just 18. July 2nd, 2016, they arrested this guy at Ishobu, and the people that saw them told them that they arrested him, and they went to the police station, and the police said they arrested him, but he's currently in Port Harcourt SARS. And when they got to Port Harcourt SARS, they couldn't find him, and since then they've been they was going, oh God, I'm so sorry, they were going around the police stations in Port Harcourt, and they were looking for this guy. Do you know why? Do you know why I'm making this post? Because today makes it 10 years, and I saw my friend's post, like she was seriously pouring her heart in her caption, and I don't know how to help, and the only way I can help is for you guys to help me make this video go viral. See, these people are so nice to me when I was in school.
Well, the post has generated sympathy online, with many Nigerians calling for clarity about what happened and hoping that the family gets answers. And stories like this remind us how painful uncertainty can be for loved ones. Guys, I think sometime, was it last week, we actually did a story talking about how a little boy of 14-year-old was arrested, and then they were busy looking for him. They went to different police stations and all of that. They could not even find him. At a point, they felt like, okay, let's just count our losses and move on. Let's just assume he's dead. Let's assume he did not make it out. And sadly, after another, I think 18 years, yes, after 18 years, they found him in prison. Just imagine, a little boy of 14, less than 18 years, was arrested and spent the entire 14 years. On getting there, no file case, nothing was said against this young man. Why was he arrested? And now this is another family coming again to cry out that their own person has been in prison for the past 10 years. And then nothing has been heard. They've not seen him. I really want to understand why this only happens in Nigeria. That someone will be arrested and then no contact with the family members, no contact with the loved ones. And this person is arrested. This person do not even have access to a lawyer. And you might even find out this person do not even have a case file. Why is it that it only happens in Nigeria? Let's assume that, okay, maybe he has gone to court and then he's been sentenced to life imprisonment, and then they're coming to say this. I will still maybe understand, but not in a situation whereby this person was just arrested. And normally we hear things like when someone is still a suspect, it's not supposed to stay more than a particular hours in prison. But these days, you hear people say they've been there for 10 years, they've been there for 18 years, and then nothing. They were not charged to court, nothing. They were just there in the prison. This is sad because this can only be in Nigeria. Guys, we hope that they get justice for their brother. We hope that they get answers to all their questions. And we are calling on the right authority. We are calling on the Nigerian police force to please see how they could get answers to all of the questions that the family and the loved ones of this very person is asking. Away from that, let's see what we have as our number 2 story for today. Hey, Justice Crack is trending again. This time around, he has set social media buzzing with a statement that many people are still debating. According to him, we now live in a country where some TikTok creators earn more than senior civil servants. Using Peller as an example, he questioned how parents should convince children that education is more important when they see young content creators making huge amounts of money online. Guys, what's happening? What's going on? I think since Peller just announced his marriage with Jarvis, since then he's been getting stray bullets from east, west, north, and south. Just during the weekend, we heard something like the Olodo uprising and all of this going on. But let's watch this one.
A TikToker is earning what level 17 cannot earn a civil servant, and he'll proudly tell you
education is a scam.
Education is a scam. How do I tell my child that you need to go to school when he's seeing people like Peller buying jelly, crash it and buy another one? What's the value of education, NK? I do not have any issue with him. He's doing well. He's also a victim of Nigeria. We need to understand that.
Yes.
Is a victim. If we have an educational system that works, he would have loved to be in school. If you hear his story, I think he left because he could not afford the school.
Somebody even spoke about it. Is it YC or something?
You
spoke about it.
And just like that, the internet has entered another serious debate. Some people say it's simply the reality of the digital economy. Others insist that education and social media success are not competing parts. You can value both. Either way, the conversation has really been loud. I said TikTok Peller has been getting basketballs from east, west, north, to south. What exactly is going on? But come to think of it, we've been talking about this. This is not the first time we've been talking about this, how we decide to allow the negative things trend, and then you go on social media, you see people doing really well on social media. They're creating really nice, educative, and creative content. And then you end up seeing them having 3, 4, 5 likes. And then you see people misbehaving on social media. They're having millions and millions of likes with millions and millions of followers. I feel like we are the ones even allowing this in the first place, because if we do not go there and then make them feel important, even Peller came out to say, I think sometime last week, he came out to say that when he started with this whole TikTok thing or social media in general, that he was there making his content and then getting like 10 likes, 20 likes, and then he sat down, studied social media, and he thought that, okay, I see what people really like. Then he started acting. According to him, he speaks English fluently, but he was not getting likes and all of that. So he decided to come and then start giving us those, those kind of grammar. And then at the end of the day, he noticed that the likes started moving from the number 3 to 100 to 1,000. And he said, what else can I do? Okay, I need to act like someone that is not normal. I need to act very stupid to get more and more likes and all of that. And he started doing it. And then he started getting millions and millions of likes and all of that. He said this himself, that he studied social media. He knows what the netizens want, and that is exactly what he is giving to them. And then this person is just, when was that? I think sometime a month or 2 ago, he came out to say education is a scam, that he wanted to go to school, but they asked him not to stream in class. And he said, why would I sit 6 hours without streaming? No, education is a scam. How much am I going to get from the education and all of that? When we have younger kids sitting, watching these people, we even have some of them having Peller as role model. That's the funniest part. We have people that has Peller as their role model, when we have we have people that they're supposed to use as role models, but we did not bring them to limelight. We brought the ones that are not supposed to be role models to limelight. Sadly, this is what the internet wants, and it's not something that we can help at this very point. But like we said earlier, you can actually value both. give your child education, make them understand the social media part of life too, and see them making money from both ways. So you don't have to say, okay, because Peller is doing it, I do not want my children to do social media and all of that. They can still do both and then still make enough money for themselves. Guys, away from that very story, let's see what we have as our number one trending story for today. Our biggest story today belongs to Peller again. The content creator became emotional during an Instagram live session as he recounted an alleged encounter with police officers. According to Peller, he was stopped because his newly purchased car did not have a plate number yet. He claimed that despite explaining the situation, one officer allegedly dragged his shirt and pointed a gun at his head. Wahala. This one is serious wahala. Guys, let's watch it.
Yeah, they behave like bandits. You saw me what you go know. You go repair the car. You go repair them. See this man over here. He carry my clothes. You don't get number. You go know. See there. No number. Oh, they lose. You just start your life. Yes. We don't dey go. This man over here. This man over here. He carry come over here and he collect my phone. He no say what he do. He no correct. He go carry my phone. He go grab am. You go know. They look. One let them know. You kúrò níbẹ̀. Ọlọ́run bá ń gbọ́. Àwọn ilé ọ̀tẹ̀ ṣe bí ọlọ́pàá. You no even do like police. See how he just do. I no go gree jọ. He lock my clothes. He dey lock me. He dey fight me like say na my age mate. Why you gonna fight me like say I be age mate? I even open the door. I was videoing. Let them see what is going on. You carry your hand, you collect the phone. You hold the phone. Me, make I come. Somewhere. I don't come anywhere. Somewhere.
Well, the emotional video has spread rapidly across social media, with many people reacting to his account and calling for a thorough investigation into the incident. As the conversations continue online, many Nigerians are also discussing the importance of professional conduct during interaction between law enforcement officers and members of the public. But I just want to ask, Peller, is it that you just got this vehicle and then you're trying to move it from the point of purchase to your house, or you got this vehicle and then you've not been able to go put the plate number and then you decided to roam the streets with the vehicle? Because we did not get any posts, we did not see any trending new vehicle of Peller or something of late. So the last one we saw is long ago. So how come it doesn't have plate number? And the fact that I really want to point this out, because the fact that I see content creators, influencers, we do not want to say public figures, content creators, influencers, before they have small interactions with law enforcement officers, next thing they're going live to say, oh, so because you're a content creator or because you're an influencer, you're not supposed to be stopped by police or something. I really want to understand. You're going with a vehicle without plate number. They have the right to stop you. They have the right to stop you and see what exactly is going on. So you're trying to be stubborn, saying, oh, I'm a public figure. It's a no. It's these people that are even public figures, these people that we've made to be public figures, they were supposed to live by example. Now you're acting like this and you have people looking at you like role models. How do you want them to act when officers of the Nigerian police stop them? They'll be like, no, you cannot stop me. He was even saying they're acting like bandits. They're acting like bandits and all of that going on. Oh, guys, I'm tired of all this talking, but without saying that, this has been our today's biggest talking point. And I think with that story, we've come to the end of today's countdown. Guys, tell us, which story got your attention the most? Was it the possible NYSC uniform change, the marriage debate, the emotional missing person appeal, Justice Crack's comments, or Peller's encounter with the Nigerian police? Let us know in the comment section of all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. I remain Mercy Irabo. I will see you same time next week. Bye for now.